My biggest takeaway after the conference championship by far was Aaron Rodgers' comments after the game. By far. He left it to suspense. I think he came out today or yesterday and tried to, clarify or clear it up, saying, he doesn't foresee himself leaving the Packers, which I can't really see either. But we all know, man, like he said it too, the NFL is a business. Nothing's ever for certain. So the idea of Rodgers potentially leaving Green Bay, it excites me very much for free agency this offseason. Like the potential landing spots that he could end up in, that would shake up the whole NFL. Kind of like Brady going to Tampa Bay. So that was my biggest takeaway was after losing that game, after sitting there and realizing, hey, my front office drafted a guy to replace me instead of drafting a guy to help me win now, instead of drafting a guy that could have potentially made a play for me today and put us in the Super Bowl. They drafted a guy that's sitting over there watching me work. So if I'm Rodgers, I'm bouncing out. But that's me. We'll see what happens.
Man, and that would be wild, man. Like, you know what they say? They say the way you get them is the way you lose them. That's what they say in relationships, right? And it looked like the Packers are just true to that statement because the way they had Brett Favre and the way they lost Brett Favre, the same thing seems like they're trying to do with Aaron Rodgers. Like Aaron kind of noticed it because you know why? Because last time he was on the good end of it. This time he's getting the short end of the stick, and he's like, hold up. I know this play. But I don't know, man. It's tough for me. I really can't see the Packers moving on from Aaron Rodgers. I've heard reports that Jordan Love's not ready. Jordan Love's still a year away. So they're gonna bring Aaron Rodgers back for 1 year, knowing that after that year he's done. I can see him wanting to go back to Southern Cali. That's for sure. You know he's a former Cal Bear. You know Aaron Rodgers, man. You could tell he's just a sunny California type of dude, man. Scruff, what do you think, man? Do you think Aaron Rodgers ends up staying with the Packers? I don't know, man. I couldn't see something that drastic happen.
Well, I mean, you gotta listen to what the man said, man. Like, it didn't sound too promising, and then he tried to walk it back. This is the situation that we're dealing with, and he was feeling some type of way about the way that they handled the situation with the quarterback. And then you're going up against a team like Tom Brady, where he's got all the weapons on offense, he's got a top-notch defense, and he's got coordinators on both sides that are certified. Got great minds across the board. Probably the best group that he's ever had. Talent-wise. So yeah, I think he's out of there. I think that's my biggest takeaway when it comes to Aaron Rodgers and what he said. I think he's out of there. I don't think there's any way that you can take what he said in the context of which, I think he's going to come back. No, I don't think there's any way you can see that. I don't think it could get ugly. If he might have to retire, force his way out of there, all that. But you can hear it out the horse's mouth. We got the clip of Aaron Rodgers if y'all want to hear it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that Aaron Rodgers could be going. Sound
drop the clip. Drop the clip.
Yeah, run the clip.
A lot of guys' futures that are, uncertain. Myself included. That's what's sad about it most. Getting this far, obviously, there's going to be an end to it at some point, whether we make it past this one or not. But just the uncertainty is tough, and the finality of it all.
Using words like finality. I don't know, man. You start throwing finality out there.
Yeah, like, whose funeral are we at, bro?
Hey, look, I honestly think he's not leaving, man. I feel like, just looking at that press conference, look at him. He looks like he needs $2-3 for a beer. Like, that was raw emotion. Coming off a big loss, it was a chance to kind of elevate yourself in the stature of sports. You know what I'm saying? Like you battling Brady, and for whatever reason you didn't rise to the occasion, or your team didn't. It didn't happen for whatever reason. And I think that's raw emotion. He's kind of backtracked a little bit. Like I said, Jordan Love probably isn't ready, and he's still under contract. It's not like he can just say, I want to go here, and it's a bidding war. He has to work with Green Bay. Like, both sides kind of have to agree, or maybe put on a fat suit. That seems to work for players lately. Put the fat suit on.
Well, Rodgers is under contract. He is under contract, I think, till 2023 or 2024. But if he wanted to force a trade, he could he could swing his power and try to force a trade, and it would definitely make things interesting. And I don't know that he's not going to, man. I mean, like we just heard the clip. That emotion is going to stick with him. That
I
emotion
mean,
ain't going anywhere. Like you said it yourself, this is a chance for him to elevate his sports stature. So we're talking legacy. Because right now, Aaron Rodgers is the guy who is almost good enough. You're one of those guys that's like you're kind of like a Brady, but you just didn't win. You know what I mean? You got the talent, you can play, you're great, but you didn't get the dub. So that's where Rodgers is at right now. And I don't think that goes away. I think that sticks with you. And you look at the front office and you say, did you guys do enough to help guys like me who are getting older in age finalize their legacy? That's where finality might come in because we're talking legacy, man. Then what if he doesn't get back to another NFC championship?
I mean, well, we're talking about a guy that was one possession away from going to another Super Bowl. I mean, it wasn't like the team went 8-8. I mean, a couple plays go differently, and that team, this is a totally different conversation.
All the more reason to not draft Jordan Love. We all said it. Jordan Love's not even ready. He's not even going to be ready next year. So you got a guy who's going to sit on the bench this year and next year when we could have got Justin Jefferson and won the damn game. If I'm Rodgers, I'm out. I don't
know that Justin Jefferson wins that game for you. I mean, look at this. He can blame the org all he wants, but there was a play where he could have ran and he didn't. And does Brady come off the field and kick a field goal? Does Manning come off the field and kick a field goal? I mean, the guys you want to be mentioned with, they're not coming off the field. When that play happened, we didn't see Rodgers on the sideline going crazy. You would have saw Brady cussing Belichick out. You know what I'm saying? We saw Rodgers just sitting there watching him kick a field goal. So, I mean, when you consider all things, I don't think this is a must-leave situation. And a quarterback leaving the number one receiver in the NFL to go where exactly? You know what I mean? You might go somewhere where there's a few more targets, but you have the best receiver, clearly the best receiver. It's been a long time since we've had like a clear-cut number one guy. Like, he's clearly the best guy. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I think he comes back.
It's crazy how we can look at the same thing and see the opposite, bro. It's crazy, bro.
That's also another conversation calling Devontae Adams the best guy. But I think you made some good points there, T. I definitely heard some good points.
The only other guy you want to consider, right? Diggs, and he had kind of a quiet game in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a guy named Tyreek that would say something about that. But hey, I think y'all both make some great points because Rome, you're right. How you gonna draft Jordan Love when you have tons of holes on your offense? Like it was evident last night. The Packers have holes. I mean, they weren't able to protect Aaron Rodgers when it mattered. Jason Pierre-Paul was going off, and I mean, Jordan Love's on the bench, just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, the Packers have a way they run their organization. They've done it for years. It's worked for them, so they're not going to stop. But I think you're right, too, T. Peyton Manning's not coming off that field. Tom Brady's not coming off that field in that situation. And, we could see Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks of our generation, potentially leave his franchise. I mean, let's not forget, it's been over a decade now since Aaron Rodgers won his Super Bowl, man.